In the name of Allah, the Merciful, the Lord of the universe, the Lord of mankind, I pray that you and I are feeling safe and healthy, as well as our children and loved ones. And I pray, and I hope you pray with me, that the world will get its peace and feel that safe. I welcome you back to my show. I'm your host, Abdul Hakim Ali. Our show, Prophetic Traits. I'm happy to have you again. I hope you've had a great day and a successful life. And I hope all your life will be prosperous, and that you will enjoy our show today while we add another traits of the Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam into what we have learned in the past. In our recent episode, brothers and sisters, our viewers out there, we talked about the establishment of the Islamic State in the city of Medina. And I had took you step by step to where the Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam actually arrived in the city of Medina with the songs and the joy of the people in the city of Medina. And as soon as he got there, he started to prepare and establish the foundation of the state. He did not waste time. And he saw that the establishment of the state has to be an important factors and element. That first element, brothers and sisters, is the establishment of the masjid, the house of worship. As soon as he arrived in Quba, the borders of the city of Medina, where his uncles are, he didn't get there to rest. He didn't get there to appreciate now that I have escaped my enemies and I feel safe. He lasted 3 days in Quba. Within the process, he built a masjid. A masjid that is called Masjid Quba. After the third day, he headed back to the city, or he headed toward the city of Medina. Do what first? Also to build the masjid. He built his masjid that is called the Masjid al-Nabawi. He shared the responsibility in the work, and he carried the stones and the bricks on his shoulders. He knew that any nation that is to be successful has to be a fear-guiding nation and has to know its relationship with God for it to perfect its relationship with people. Second, he brought the native people of the city of Medina and those who migrated from Mecca and created what is known as the greatest one-on-one relationship in the history of mankind. He created al-ukhuwah, the brotherhood, between al-Ansar, who they became known by, those who gave victory in the supporters of the Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and al-Muhajirin, those who migrated from Mecca with the Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And he would take one from Medina and another from Mecca and say, you two are brothers. You're to share everything. You're a family. And they shared everything. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said this in the Quran al-Kareem. He said, وَالَّذِينَ تَبَوَّأُوا الدَّارِ وَالْإِيمَانَ مِنْ قَبْلِهِمْ يُحِبُّونَ مَنْ هَاجَرَ إِلَيْهِمْ وَلَا يَجِدُونَ فِي صُدُورِهِمْ حَاجَةً مِمَّا أُوتُوا وَيُؤْثِرُونَ عَلَى أَنفُسِهِمْ وَلَوْ كَانَ بِهِمْ خَصَاصَةٌ. And those who embraced Islam before them, they welcome those who come to them. They welcomed the migrators that came from Mecca. And they find nothing within their hearts that they are to favor their brothers beyond themselves, even if they are in need. They open their homes and their families for them. Because any state, any society, any community cannot prosper if it's not God-fearing and if it doesn't love each other. The Prophet, peace be upon him, created that love among his companions and establish that faith within their hearts. The third thing that he did to firm the state is that he knew there were other tribes around that might not necessarily have the same faith. So he had peace treaties and agreements with them. Remember I told you there were 3 Jewish tribes? Those 3 Jewish tribes, the Prophet had peace treaties with them, to where no side is to attack the other. If Medina was to be attacked, then they all share the responsibilities in defending the city. And if one is to be killed, then they all share the responsibilities in giving blood money to the family of that deceased. And they have to be a society, coexist with each other. Diversity. He taught us how to be diverse and still tolerate each other. He told us how to share the responsibilities. Basically, how to coexist. He established that in the state. He established the 4th element, which we call ashura, consultation, where before he makes any decision, he will consult with his friends, acquaintance, and companions. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran al-Kareem, وَشَاوِرْهُمْ فِي الْأَمْرِ. Hey, seek their consultation whenever you're about to make a decision. And he made that consultation at times, brothers and sisters, even if it is against his will. Like we said in a previous episode, he saw that he wanted to stay in Medina when it was being attacked, but the majority said that they wanted to march out of the city so they can show that they are not cowards. He knew it was wrong, but he did it. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told him, وَشَاوِرْهُمْ فِي الْأَمْرِ. Hey, consult them within the decision making. The Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam was consulting them. He established a true state that every nation recognized. He had ambassadors and messengers to go to all parts of the world with his letters. He sent letters to the Persians. He sent letters to the Romans, calling them to Islam. He sent letters to Najashi in Africa, the head of the Abyssinia. He sent letters to the Christians in Egypt. He sent letters to the tribes within the Arabian Peninsula. He was establishing a state with all of its forms, with all of its sections. He established the treasury. He established the legal system, the justice system. He established an administration. He even created an army, an official army. All of that within a few years. This is the man, brothers and sisters, who I said in our previous episode, that came from the Bedouins, from a nation that didn't have much to provide. They were all divided on themselves. But he united them. With the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah ta'ala says, لو أنفقت ما في الأرض جميعا ما ألفت بين قلوبهم ولكن الله ألف بينهم. If you were to unite them by donating everything on earth, it would not have happened. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala united them and made it possible. Brothers and sisters, as we come to the end and the conclusion of this episode, إلى نهاية هذه الحلقة, at the end of this conclusion, there are many states today, states that oppress its people and allow its people to die of hunger, and others that oppress other states because of their powers. Islam, brothers and sisters, have brought us together, and the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam have made this state happen. I thank you for being with me today. I'm your host, Abdul Hakim Ali, and hope to see you in the next episode. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.